Welcome to Capitalists versus Consumers, where we break down how money really works and show you how to start building income that works for you. Today we are doing a full update on the most consequential technology trial of the decade, Elon Musk versus Sam Altman and OpenAI. Today was the biggest day of the entire trial. Sam Altman took the witness stand for the first time, and what he said fundamentally changed the narrative of this case. We are going to break down everything that happened in the courtroom today, what Altman revealed that nobody expected, what it means for the verdict, and what the outcome could mean for the AI industry and investors worldwide. Quick note before we get into it. Everything we cover here at Capitalists versus Consumers is for educational purposes only and not financial advice. Some links mentioned may be affiliate links, meaning we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. Please hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a report. Let's get into it. The scene outside the courthouse. The federal courthouse in Oakland, California has become the most watched building in the technology world over the past 3 weeks. Today was no exception. Sam Altman arrived in a dark suit and walked briskly through the entrance, flanked by lawyers and surrounded by cameras. Unlike Musk, who arrived each day with the energy of someone who wanted to be seen, Altman kept his head down and moved quickly. He appeared calm, but those who watched him closely noted he seemed more nervous as he approached the witness stand than he appeared in the hallway. Outside the courthouse, protesters were back, a mix of anti-AI activists, Musk supporters, and OpenAI employees who came to show solidarity with their CEO. The temperature inside the courtroom was reportedly cooler than the temperature outside. It needed to be. What was about to happen was going to generate significant heat. The stakes of today's testimony. Before we get into what Altman said, let's remind ourselves what is actually at stake in this trial, because it is easy to get caught up in the drama and forget the enormity of the outcome. Elon Musk is seeking up to $180 billion in damages to be paid from OpenAI's for-profit arm to its non-profit arm. He wants Sam Altman removed as CEO. He wants Greg Brockman removed as president. And he wants the for-profit conversion unwound, meaning OpenAI would be required to return to its original non-profit structure. OpenAI is currently valued at approximately $852 billion. It is planning an IPO that could value it at close to $1 trillion, potentially one of the largest public offerings in history. Amazon has invested $50 billion. SoftBank has invested $30 billion. Nvidia has invested $30 billion. Microsoft has invested $10 billion and is named as a co-defendant in the lawsuit. If Musk wins this case, the entire trajectory of the most valuable private company in the world changes overnight. The IPO gets derailed or delayed. The leadership changes. The corporate structure changes. And the legal precedent set for every other non-profit to for-profit conversion in the technology sector would be enormous. If Altman wins, the IPO moves forward. The AI trade gets validated by the courts, and one of the most powerful men in the world loses a $180 billion lawsuit in very public fashion. Both outcomes have massive implications for markets, for the AI industry, and for the future of artificial intelligence itself. Sam Altman. On direct examination. The opening statements. When OpenAI's lead attorney William Savit began his direct examination of Altman, the strategy was immediately clear. Savit wanted to establish Altman as a thoughtful, mission-driven leader who built something extraordinary against long odds, and who only reluctantly concluded that commercial success was necessary to actually achieve the original mission. Altman spoke quietly and deliberately. He described the early days of OpenAI with what appeared to be genuine affection. He talked about the team they assembled, the researchers who gave up significant salaries at Google and other companies to join because they believed in the mission, and the challenge of trying to compete with the resources of trillion-dollar technology companies using non-profit fundraising alone. He explained the evolution of thinking inside the organization. The simple truth was that training frontier AI models required billions of dollars, an amount that no charitable fundraising program could sustain. The choice was not between being a non-profit and being a for-profit. The choice was between finding a commercial model that could fund the mission or slowly becoming irrelevant as well-funded competitors pulled further ahead. He was asked directly, "Did you steal a charity?" His response was measured but unequivocal. He said it felt difficult to even wrap his head around that framing. He said everything OpenAI has done has been in service of the mission, developing safe and beneficial artificial intelligence for the benefit of humanity. The commercial structure, he argued, is what makes achieving that mission possible. The bombshell. Musk wanted 90%. The most explosive moment of Altman's direct testimony came when he was asked about the negotiations over the for-profit structure in the 2017 to 2018 period, the time period at the heart of Musk's claims. Altman testified that when discussions about creating a for-profit arm first began, Musk's opening position was that he should receive 90% of the equity in the new entity. Not 50%. Not a controlling interest. 90%. The courtroom went quiet for a moment when Altman said that number. 90%. Altman said he and the other co-founders found this completely unacceptable. They had not spent years building OpenAI to hand 90% of it to one person, even the person who had provided the majority of early funding. The entire founding philosophy of OpenAI was that no single person should control artificial general intelligence. Giving Musk 90% of the equity in the commercial entity that would fund the development of AGI would directly contradict that founding principle. This testimony is devastating to Musk's case for one simple reason. The entire premise of the lawsuit is that Musk's motivation was purely about the non-profit mission, about keeping OpenAI true to its charitable purpose. If Musk's opening position in the for-profit discussions was demanding 90% equity, which is very much about control and financial gain, his claimed motivation becomes significantly harder to believe. Musk did not oppose the for-profit conversion. The second major bombshell from Altman's testimony was directly contradicting one of the central claims of Musk's lawsuit. Musk's entire legal theory is that he was betrayed, that the other founders promised to keep OpenAI as a non-profit and then broke that promise by converting to a for-profit structure. The lawsuit characterizes this conversion as a secret betrayal that happened behind Musk's back. Altman testified today that this characterization is false. He said Musk did not oppose the for-profit conversion. He said, and this is the word he used, quite the opposite. Musk was involved in the discussions about creating a commercial structure. He understood it was coming. He did not object to the concept. He objected to not having control of it. Altman was asked to clarify this remarkable statement. He explained that Musk's position was not that OpenAI should stay a non-profit, it was that whatever commercial structure was created, Musk should be in charge of it. When the other founders declined to give him that control, he left the board in 2018 and subsequently claimed the for-profit conversion itself was the betrayal. Why Musk really left? The email evidence. Musk has presented his 2018 departure from OpenAI's board as a principled stand for the nonprofit mission. Today, Altman presented a very different explanation and backed it up with documentary evidence. Altman testified that Musk left because he had lost faith that OpenAI would ever succeed in its mission. He presented an email, submitted as court evidence, in which Musk wrote that OpenAI would never be a serious counterweight to Google's DeepMind artificial intelligence research lab. The email expressed pessimism about OpenAI's trajectory and suggested Musk did not believe the organization had what it would take to compete at the frontier of AI research. Altman said that in his view, Musk left because he was frustrated and skeptical of OpenAI's prospects, not because of principled disagreement about the corporate structure. And he said something striking about the departure. He said Musk leaving was, in his words, a morale boost for the team. He testified that many of OpenAI's most talented researchers found Musk's management style demotivating and that the team functioned better after he left. That is a remarkable thing for a CEO to say about a co-founder on a witness stand in front of a jury. And it clearly landed. Several jurors were observed taking notes when Altman said it. Altman's critique of Musk as a competitor. One of the most direct and pointed sections of Altman's testimony was his characterization of Musk's current motivations. OpenAI's legal team has argued throughout this trial that Musk is not suing out of principle. He is suing because he failed to control OpenAI, left the company, and then watched it become one of the most valuable and influential organizations in the world, while his own competing AI venture xAI has struggled to match it. Altman made this argument directly from the witness stand. He said Musk did try to kill OpenAI. He detailed 3 specific ways: launching xAI as a direct competitor, trying to poach OpenAI's talent, and what Altman called business interference. He said he did not think Musk understood how to run a good research lab. He said Musk had demotivated some of OpenAI's most key researchers during his time on the board. And in a moment that drew audible reactions from the gallery, he said he has significantly changed his view of Musk since February 2023, when he sent Musk a text saying he was tremendously thankful for everything Musk had done to help. When asked by Musk's lawyer if he had changed his mind since sending that text, Altman said, significantly, yes. The cross-examination. Musk's lawyer strikes back. After Altman's direct testimony, Musk's lead attorney Stephen Molo began what was described by courtroom observers as one of the most aggressive cross-examinations of the trial. Molo's strategy was clear from the opening questions. He wanted to establish Altman as fundamentally untrustworthy, not just in this case, but as a pattern of behavior throughout his career. He asked directly, "Are you completely trustworthy?" Altman said yes, but seemed momentarily thrown by the directness of the question. He fumbled slightly before steadying himself. Molo then pressed, "Do you always tell the truth?" Altman said he believed he was a truthful person. When Molo pushed further, asking if there were times in his life when he had not told the truth, Altman acknowledged honestly that there probably were. Molo then proceeded to read a list of people who have described Altman as dishonest or untrustworthy over the years. Former colleagues from the startup Looped, which Altman ran before OpenAI, Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei, who left OpenAI to found a competing company, and former OpenAI board members Tasha Macaulay and Sue Yoon. He referenced a New Yorker magazine article titled, "Sam Altman May Control Our Future, Can He Be Trusted?" And he asked Altman about testimony from Ilya Sutskever, one of OpenAI's most celebrated researchers who also eventually left the company. Each reference was designed to build a cumulative impression for the jury that Altman has a documented history of people in his professional life questioning his honesty and reliability. Whether that impression sticks with the jury, or whether Altman's composed demeanor on the stand counteracts it remains to be seen. The text from 2023. A double-edged sword. One of the most interesting moments of the cross-examination involved a text message Altman sent to Musk on February 18, 2023, just days after Musk filed the original version of the lawsuit. In that text, Altman wrote, "I'm tremendously thankful for everything you've done to help. I don't think that OpenAI would have happened without you." Molo used this text to suggest that even Altman himself acknowledged Musk's fundamental contribution to OpenAI, and by extension the legitimacy of Musk's grievance. But Altman's response was more nuanced. He acknowledged the text was genuine, that at the time he wrote it, he did feel that way about Musk's early contributions. But he said his view of Musk had changed significantly since then. The implication was clear. Watching Musk spend years trying to destroy a company he once helped build had changed Altman's assessment of the man entirely. It is one of those moments in a trial where both sides can claim the exchange worked in their favor. Musk's team got Altman to confirm the text was genuine. Altman's team got him to explain it as a historical sentiment that had been superseded by Musk's subsequent behavior. The valuation revelation. In another significant moment during testimony, Altman addressed the scale of OpenAI's current valuation and investment base, and highlighted a detail that has significant legal implications. He noted that Amazon invested $50 billion in OpenAI. SoftBank invested $30 billion. NVIDIA invested $30 billion. Combined, these three investors put $110 billion into OpenAI in February 2026 at a pre-money valuation of $730 billion, bringing the total valuation to $852 billion. None of these three companies, Amazon, SoftBank, or NVIDIA, are named as defendants in Musk's lawsuit. Only Microsoft, which invested $10 billion, is named as a defendant. This asymmetry matters legally. If the court accepts Musk's argument that Microsoft aided and abetted a breach of charitable trust by investing in the for-profit structure, the same logic would appear to apply to Amazon, SoftBank, and NVIDIA, who invested far more. Altman's testimony highlighted this inconsistency in a way that could complicate Musk's legal theory. Where the case stands. Closing arguments. Thursday, after Altman stepped down from the witness stand, the court heard from Zico Coulter, an OpenAI Foundation board member and chair of the Safety and Security Committee, who testified briefly before the day's proceedings ended. Closing arguments are scheduled for Thursday. The case will then go to an advisory jury, whose verdict is non-binding but highly influential, and Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers, who will issue the actual decision. Both the jury verdict and the judge's decision are possible as early as next week. Legal observers who have followed the trial closely are divided on the outcome. Musk's team succeeded in raising questions about Altman's trustworthiness and in establishing that OpenAI did evolve significantly from its founding vision. But Altman's testimony today, particularly the revelation about the 90% equity demand and the claim that Musk actually supported the for-profit conversion, may have shifted the balance of the narrative. What seems clear to most observers is that neither side emerged from this trial looking entirely sympathetic. As Sarah Krebs of Cornell University said, "This is not looking good for any of them, and I think that is a little bit unfortunate for the AI industry at a time when the public perception of AI is quite negative and seems to be getting worse." What the verdict means for investors and the AI industry. Let's connect this to what matters for your money, because the financial stakes are as high as the legal ones. Scenario 1. Musk wins. If the court rules in Musk's favor and orders the for-profit conversion unwound, or Altman and Brockman remove, the immediate impact on OpenAI's planned IPO is severe. $1 trillion IPO becomes impossible in that legal and operational environment. Microsoft's $10 billion investment faces serious uncertainty. The entire AI investment ecosystem, which has been bidding up chip stocks, cloud computing companies, and AI infrastructure businesses based in significant part on OpenAI's trajectory, faces a reassessment. NVIDIA, which has seen its stock surge based on the assumption that AI infrastructure spending will continue accelerating, would face uncertainty about one of its largest customers' futures. Scenario 2. Altman wins. A clean victory for Altman validates the for-profit AI company model. OpenAI's IPO moves forward with momentum. The legal threat to Microsoft's investment is removed, and the broader AI investment thesis that the companies building and enabling AI infrastructure are legitimate businesses generating real returns gets judicial endorsement. In this scenario, the AI trade likely accelerates. Chip stocks, cloud providers, and AI application companies all benefit from the removal of this specific uncertainty. Scenario 3. A mixed outcome. The most likely outcome, according to legal analysts, is somewhere in between. The court may find for Musk on some narrow grounds without ordering the most drastic remedies he is seeking. This is the messy middle scenario where neither side gets a clean victory and the uncertainty lingers. What this trial has already done, regardless of the verdict, is invite an enormous amount of public and regulatory scrutiny onto OpenAI, onto the nonprofit to for-profit conversion model, and onto the question of who should control the development of artificial general intelligence. That scrutiny does not disappear when the verdict is announced. The bigger picture. This trial has been extraordinary, not just because of the names involved, but because of the fundamental questions it has forced into public view. Who should control the most powerful technology ever developed? What obligations do organizations building that technology owe to the public? Can a company that began with an altruistic mission maintain that mission while also pursuing the massive commercial success required to actually compete at the frontier of AI? These questions do not have clean legal answers. And no matter what Judge Gonzalez-Rogers decides, the debate they represent will continue long after the verdict is announced. What is certain is that the outcome of this case will shape the AI industry for years to come. And here at Capitalists versus Consumers, we will bring you the verdict the moment it is announced. That is a wrap on today's breakdown here at Capitalists versus Consumers. If this gave you a clear picture of the most important technology trial happening right now, please hit the like button. It helps more people find this content. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly breakdown every Friday after the close, and our daily after the bell market report every trading day. We will see you in the next one. This video contains affiliate links. I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you.